Welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. And Ann is on her way back into the studio right now. Well, I'm glad you could make it in this morning, Ann.
Hello. I was running a little late this morning.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
No, really.
Now that the gang is all here, we can put it in gear, put seatbelts on, and floor it.
Now, people, I want you to know, I've been here for 30 minutes, almost.
Yeah. People just saw you come from out there into here.
Well, you're lying to them. So there.
I'm not lying.
What did you say?
I'm exaggerating the truth.
Oh, what's the difference, Dan?
Welcome to Around the Table.
Yeah, on this fine
Hump Day.
Oh, that sucked.
Was
One
that
more time. Hump Day.
All right.
We needed to do it in unison.
You know, I realize that some people are listening to this on the radio.
Oh.
And then other people are watching it on television. And the rest of them maybe go later and not watch it at all.
Right. You know, but it's funny because I'm wondering, what do the people on the radio think we're doing? And we have to say, wait a minute, do it again. And then we just say, hump day, and they have no idea what we're doing.
Tell you what you do. If people that are driving right now want to synchronize what we're doing, on Wednesdays, we do our hump day. And what you need to do is about 1 minute into the show, find a speed bump and go over it as fast as you can, and you'll get the feeling of what a hump day is.
We do our own speed bump, but we have to make it right here in the studio.
We have to use our leg muscles.
Yes, we do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah, we got a full show for you today.
Yes, we do. We have two different segments on guests today. Yeah.
You want to tell us who they are?
John Burnside with the Oncology services at NARMC, and Priscilla Collier, an APRN, which is a nurse practitioner, will be on the show representing North Arkansas Regional Medical Center. You know, we haven't had an interview with them for 2 months.
No, we haven't.
Because of holiday,
right?
The way the holiday fell.
Well, they should be so full of information.
So they're back. I know. So they're like,
gonna
come and start us over again in this fine January. And a special second guest will be
Brashita.
Charita Brashers.
I just gave her a new name today.
Well, and I think it fits because we don't have to say Charita Brashers. We just say Brashita. Yeah, not to be confused with bruschetta. It is Brashita.
What's bruschetta? Is that
it's
a drink?
You get the hard bread and put some kind of stuff on it. Tomato. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Charita is retiring from KHOZ after many years
of
service. Yeah. So we'll visit with her.
Yeah. Okay.
And I want to remind people, tomorrow is her retirement reception at Venue 121 from 4 to 6 p.m. Go and help celebrate her span of excellence.
Yeah, I might drop by.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
It's going to be briefly, but I'll be there.
But
I think she'll have a lot of people that will be enjoy going by.
A lot of people she's come into contact. She's the outside sales person.
She is. She's the feet on the ground kind of deal.
Yes, and she's always been very active in the Chamber of Commerce. Always see her.
She had the red coat. She did all that. The ambassador. Yeah.
So. Yeah. End of an exciting career.
You bet. Again, Venue 121 tomorrow from 4 to 6 for her retirement reception. Okay. You know what, people?
What's that?
Sometimes you can buy really good pens, you think. Pens, like writing pens.
Like these?
I came in yesterday. I threw all the old crappy pens that write funky that most of them I brought from home. Because it's hard,
Which you stole from the drive-through bank.
Well, it's hard to come by sometimes pens around here. They get people whatever, take them.
Especially one that's really nice writing. You go, I like this one.
So you don't bring your good pens here. But anywho, I bought some that the brand's great, but they bleed. Like there was stuff all over my papers just from laying my papers on top of each other.
You got a couple marks on your face too.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah.
So I threw them all away except for the one in Dan's hands, and I will pry that out of him later.
This is the one you threw away, and it's writing just fine.
It's not leaving gross stuff all over the place?
No, I think you got to get the gunk out. There's clumps in the beginning. And then
well, how long into the beginning do I have to do that?
Maybe a half a mile.
Because I was using one yesterday and it kept doing it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah. Whatever. They're in the trash now, Dan, except for that one. You can keep it all you want.
Keep this one. This one's working fine.
And I'll buy some that are, I guess, less inky.
Just buy the cheap ones.
Yeah, the cheap ones.
I don't like the ones with the caps.
I don't either. I'm not going to do that. I don't like that. I just want one that I can click and go.
Okay.
So.
Well, let's go on with the weather. Cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly sunny today with a high near 62. West-north winds 5 miles per hour. And then it's going to be calm in the morning.
Okay.
Tonight, showers likely, then showers and possibly a thunderstorm after midnight. Low around 45 degrees for the overnight low and 80% chance of showers. Thursday, showers before 9 a.m., then showers and possibly thunderstorms between 9 a.m. to noon. Then showers the rest of the day. Some storms could produce heavy rainfall.
Okay.
High near 57%. Percentage of precipitation is 100%.
So Thursday, you're saying it's going to rain?
I think so.
Okay.
I could have just said rain Thursday. Look out.
Wow.
Thursday night, 20% chance of showers continues with a low around 43. And then Friday, partly sunny, high of 54. Friday night, low 35. And take it away, Ann.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Saturday,
sunny. Saturday is a high of 60, and sunny, and a low of, where are we, 42 on Saturday night. And then, here you go, Sunday, 69 for the high. That's like 70 degrees. I am going to be so happy. And he's going to prove me wrong on the pen thing.
No.
He's going to, run them all off. And then Sunday night, low of 44. Monday, 62 for the high. Monday night, low is at 38. And Tuesday itself will be high of 59. So we've got some warmer temps right around the corner.
Good.
A little rain, which rain's good.
Rain.
My road, I'm so sick of my dirt road that, I'll take the rain.
Do you know anybody on the road crew, from the Boone County road crew? Or maybe even the foreman?
No.
Just tell them, get some asphalt, pave that sucker.
Yeah, you know what? I've talked to different officials about that type of thing. They said, you can't just do that. They won't just do that.
Well, they could.
It's an act of Congress to get them to pay this. And, my neighbors may not care.
Yeah.
I want to, kill the ones that come flying down the dirt.
Yeah.
Those make me mad, but whatever.
Yeah.
And we got pop. Anyway. Okay, I'm done griping.
All right.
Yeah.
This week, our topic to ponder is about insurance companies.
Oh, I'm so glad we have the what is it? The hospital out here waiting.
Oops. Well, that's just the way the
it doesn't have to be just
They're
health
questions.
insurance.
These are questions.
It's not just health insurance too.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
All right. Should insurance companies be in control of medicine or medical procedures rather than the medical profession?
No.
Good answer.
Nope.
I wish it worked, but they're becoming that way.
Those people, do they consult a health professional that's working on your case? No, they don't.
I don't know how they come up with. In my case, I have devices that control my insulin.
Yes.
And what just drives me nuts, they will the insurance company, not the medical profession, not my doctor. My doctor says, here's the options.
Okay.
Well, you throw those options into the insurance company, and they say, well, we'll accept this one, but we won't accept that one that works with that one.
What now?
Yeah. I have two patches, one that gives me insulin and one that reads my sugar. They said, well, you can't use this one with that one, so you got to go to another one. And you can't find another one. Or the insulin that you use, the manufacturer of that pump says, we don't like that insulin. Yes.
Tell me it's not money.
It's all about it. Yeah.
That company pays me more to promote their drug than this one does.
Yeah.
100%.
Mm-hmm. It's not about patient care. It's about,
they don't give a rat's patootie.
Yeah.
About. I'm lumping that in a big group of people, but I think it looks to me like they don't.
Looks that way anyway. Yeah. It's just a frustrating. And then the patient, me, who doesn't know anything about navigating insurance is left high and dry to figure it out for themselves, or
you're not qualified to do that, really, you know? Good grief.
Yeah, and the doctor's office now has to staff people to wade through all of that insurance mumbo-jumbo to figure out what, and invariably they will subscribe something, and it will be wrong. Part of it will be wrong. So the insurance company says, we can... that's acceptable, but you have to pay for it.
Okay, I don't understand how this has gotten so rotten. Because, you know, I mean, to me, you pay for a service, but they are not delivering it.
Yeah.
Then somebody comes in, frickin' fixes it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not that simple, but it seems in my brain it should be very simple. Yeah. Fire the people that are taking all the money and don't give a dang about your health.
It's frustrating. And
you said, too, that your medicine went up.
Yeah.
You had no idea.
Up. Yeah, didn't know. All of a sudden, it went from 0 to...
Yeah.
Plus, I still have to pay a copay and deductibles.
Right. It's like, what am I paying for?
Yeah, what am I paying? Why am I even paying? Yeah.
I would much rather, honest to goodness, have a account that I put money into that I would have paid to my insurance. That's just an account that I own myself that I'm going to utilize for health care.
Maybe there will be an independent company with a lot of money backing themselves that will come up with a ethical way of doing things.
Yeah, well, our world is so corrupt in every aspect.
It's gotten that way. So anyway, the topic to ponder today is, should insurance companies be in control of medicine or medical procedures rather than the medical profession or the medical professional? So.
Absolutely not.
All right. You ready to do some history?
Yes, let's do it.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
We have more to do in creating jobs, achieving control over government spending, returning more autonomy to the states, keeping peace in a more settled world, and seeing if we can't find room in our schools for God.
41 years ago, President Reagan went on national radio and television to announce he and the Vice President George Bush would run for re-election.
I think he was one of the last good presidents ever.
Yeah.
Individuals who are prepared to accept all necessary restrictions on their behavior, many of which would be intolerable in civilian society, should be able to serve their country honorably and well.
32 years ago today, having campaigned on a pledge to open the military to gays, President Clinton ordered the drafting of regulations to allow that. He warned the rules wouldn't permit open sexual conduct, though. That program was called Don't Ask, Don't Tell, was repealed in 2010.
As long as the United States is over there and our men and women are over there and they're in harm's way, what choice do we have but to figure out as best we can how to cover that story?
19 years ago, ABC World News Tonight co-anchor Bob Woodruff and a cameraman were seriously injured in a roadside bombing in Iraq. ABC News president David Weston said taking risks was part of the journalist's job.
You haven't proved a crime, and you can't because it hadn't happened.
This was 16 years ago, back in 2009. The Illinois state voted convicted Governor Rod Blagojevich of abuse of power and threw him out of office nearly 2 months after his arrest on charges of trying to sell Barack Obama's vacated seat. Blagojevich remained defiant.
And y'all all remember Magnum P.I. Please tell me. The girls oogled over him, I think.
The short shorts.
My mom might have even oogled over him a bit. Actor Tom Selleck was born this day in 1945, making him 80 years old today.
Okay.
I love this show. This show has been my life. And I love it enough to know when it's time to say goodbye.
She didn't really say goodbye. She's still doing stuff. Anyway, talk show queen Oprah Winfrey was born on this day in 1954. She is 71. 2009, she announced that she would end her syndicated broadcast.
I haven't seen her in the news lately, I don't think. Anyway.
I think she did something for Kamala Harris.
Oh, yeah, she did. You're right. Okay. Former American Idol runner-up Adam Lambert was born today in 1982 and making him 43. What do you want from me was one of his hits.
Okay. All right, we're going to take our first break, and we have John Burnside and also Priscilla.
And Kim Rawson, I guess, is going to come in too.
Priscilla Collier is going to be here along with Kim Rawson. Yeah. And they're going to be talking about the North Arkansas Regional Medical Center's oncology services. Oh, we'll take a break. And when we come back, we'll have more. Stick with us. And welcome back to Around the Table. We have We have just about everybody in the studio today from North Arkansas Regional Medical Center.
Oh, Dan, please. You exaggerate a little.
We're going to be talking about the oncology services that are there, and we want to introduce Priscilla Collier. She's right here. Yay!
Thank you for being here.
And then sitting right next to her is John Burnside. Everyone knows him. He came here. We just found out you moved here in 1991.
I did. I moved here in 1991, and Harrison's changed in so many ways, and in a lot of ways it hasn't changed at all.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, still some of the people that I met in my initial visit here are the same people that I see every day.
Isn't that crazy?
In different roles.
Yeah.
But
and they haven't gotten any older.
Not at all.
Neither of you.
Not
Did you
at
have
all.
more hair back then?
I came here with a mullet. And God said, you know what? If you're going to wear it, I'm taking it away. And so he just took it all away. I thought maybe just take the back part away.
That was a travesty.
Again, you know what they always said: business in the front, party in the back. And I just thought that's.
You took it to heart.
Yeah, I did.
Well, I think you could still grow a mullet.
I could
You
throw,
still
I think
grow
they
a
call
little
those skullets now because I can grow it. I can still grow it in the back. I can't grow it in the top. So yes.
He can still have the party, just no business.
Y'all, it's a comedy show.
my God.
Comb-overs are great unless you ride motorcycles and things like that, and then they're not. So.
Well, you've got to position it and then put the helmet on, and you got bangs.
And then, the old Aquanet and stuff that they used to only women would wear. Now you have to Aquanet it to keep it from falling back.
Yeah.
So.
What does this have to do with oncology services? I don't know why.
Well, it just talks.
We all grow.
It tells you how funny the department is. Do
There,
you guys
you know-
have a little levity there at times?
Honestly, comedy gets you through.
You bet it does.
And we discuss this. People say, I bet you have the hardest job in the world. And it's not, because people like Priscilla who are bringing opportunities to live longer with cancer instead of dying with cancer. And she'll talk about those type of things. But that's what makes our day even, it's bright. I walk out with a smile on my face a lot of times because of the people I work with, but also because our outcomes are fantastic.
Yeah.
That's
A
wonderful.
joyful heart is good medicine.
Well, Priscilla, you've been doing this, you say 20 years, right?
Or
20 years.
20,
Yeah.
20 years.
How has oncology changed from
Oh,
from
it's
then to
drastically
now?
different now. I haven't been in the position that I'm in now. I was a nurse before, but no, it's drastically changed, from your traditional just broad spectrum, if you want to say chemotherapy, where you're just going there and nuking all the cells that you can possibly get, to a more narrow design where you're targeting things.
More precise, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the things that you'll see that we advertise are these targeted therapies. Therapies now that are targeted directly towards certain types of cancers or certain types of cells. We can now do genetic testing and identify what kind of cancer you have, and that determines what kind of treatment you'd get. In the years past, when we go back 30 years, even not that far, oftentimes you'd start out with a regimen of chemo, and if it didn't work, we switch to something else. And if that didn't work, we switch to something else.
And it was
now and then you wasted
a
year, 2 years, maybe getting the proper treatment. Now we can get those treatments started earlier, which means outcomes are better. And then you can't watch the 5 o'clock news now without new drugs popping up every day. The one that's most popular right now that you see on the news is like Keytruda, which came out for one type of cancer about 5 years ago.
It was melanoma.
And then now there's like 35 to 40 types of cancer that Keytruda is now being used for that can extend the quality of your life months or even years.
Wow.
Precision medicine.
That's huge to a cancer patient. To hear that longevity.
When you're thinking of precision medicine, which is what that category is called for oncology, those are things that you would have never tested for before. Say for like a colon cancer patient, you hear the BRCA gene for breast cancer. Well, they've now found that you can be BRCA or HER2 positive with colon cancer, completely different tissue types. So now some of your breast cancer targeted therapies for those genes you can now use for colon cancer patients.
Oh, wow.
It's a slim margin of those patients, but 5 years ago we would have never thought to test a colon cancer patient for that, and for even that to be an option. And then they have some more precise therapies where you can, our first line therapy, say for colon cancer, I'll just take that and run with it. But, FOLFOX which is a combination regimen that's first-line therapy recommended by NCCN guidelines, and they can now test the tumor type when we send it off for genetics or genomics that can tell you if that's even going to work or not. I mean, across the board, that is what most people start with.
Less wasted time.
Right. So 20 years ago, there were probably maybe 7 or 8 major chemo drugs.
Sure.
You probably got a mixture of some of those, a combination of some of those. Now there are hundreds of drugs that fall within the chemo regimen. They're more designed, they're more directed. Patients come in, they're less, we see them with less sick. You know, that's one of the things.
Yes.
If someone got chemotherapy years ago, we just said you're going to get sick and that we'll have to deal with it. Now we start to give things like they'll give them steroids before, that we have better medications for nausea and diarrhea. We have some drugs that don't make you sick at all. There's so many good opportunities. The arsenal has just gotten wider and deeper. Yeah. So we have these opportunities now, knowing what, also let's go back to imaging. We're imaging quicker and faster.
Yes.
We're understanding what we're dealing with. Our lab tests have gotten better. We're getting those things back quicker. Now, if you go get an x-ray at the hospital, I got an email today that said we're getting those results back in hours, not days, not weeks. And we're able to get started on chemotherapy regimens and treatment quicker. Now, again, no one, I don't think most people really want to live to be 125 years old.
I don't.
But we do want to live every day that we have, healthy.
Right.
And so we're seeing life expectancies continue to go up and up and up because, again, people
and
the quality,
will be
that's
improved.
the key. And
that's the thing. You want quality over quantity.
Right.
And when you go see your doctor and you hear the word cancer, which is one of the scariest words in the world, and it's one of the words that are used in any language, you hear the word cancer, people understand it. It strikes fear. One of the things is that we are trying to assure our patients that we have opportunities. What if this doesn't work? We have other opportunities. We have other drugs. We can continue to do those things. Yeah. Can we prevent death? We can't prevent death. No. None of us will do that. But we can allow you to live a longer, healthier life, even with the diagnosis of cancer.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, are there ways to diagnose it before it even happens? Are there ways to
like for screening?
Yeah, screenings and things. Yeah.
No, traditional your standard colonoscopy at the age of 50, 45. If you have a family history or a higher incidence of cancer. Mammograms, going to your yearly exams, getting that blood work done, PSAs, all of those things are going to still be our tried and true method of screening our patients.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So again, you've been in this 20 years. Have you been in the oncology sector? Okay. Did you just come out of school and that's where you went?
No, I worked at the hospital for a while. I worked on the floor, and then I went to Dr. Scott and Maxine Ferguson's office and worked there for about 2 years. And then the opportunity came up to go to Dr. Abdullah's office, and I had never worked in that position before, and went over there and had a conversation with him, and he said, the position's yours if you want it. And so I said, sure, why not?
And
Let's
he's
give
an oncologist.
it a go.
So
he was our oncologist at the time. He's retired now, and I've been with him ever since. We moved to the cancer center in 2017. He was in independent practice before then, and we merged. He knew he was going to retire, so we merged with the cancer center to give our patients a better transition, make sure they were completely taken care of, and all of those kinds of things. And then it's history between
you can treat
me and John since.
Any cancer here,
cancer.
or how does that?
Yeah, there are some cancers that we feel like that some areas have some specialty. Like UAMS has one of the best multiple myeloma centers, not just in Arkansas, not just region, but in the world.
Yes.
And so we would like to send a lot of our multiple myeloma patients at least down there to get worked up, because there may be access to, we can diagnose you here, go down there. They can give us advice. They can give us tips. So we're going to make sure those patients get to the best places available, but we can give you your treatment right here. There's very few things that we can't do here, but we're not going to hold you here if there's some place that can do something better. Or offer something that we don't offer. I mean, we understand that we're a rural cancer center. So there are some limitations that just don't make sense. If we only see 1 or 2 of a certain type of cancer, then you might be best going somewhere that sees it all day long. But for most part, for your average top 20 type of cancers, we can treat all of those here.
Wow. See?
Okay. Comprehensive care.
Yeah. Well, and most of the time, especially like John was saying with multiple myeloma, we're going to get you completely worked up. We'll get you diagnosed. The Myeloma Center uses those results for across the nation. Like, everybody looks at their data. So if the patient decides they want to go there to get the treatment recommendations, the only thing, unless it's a trial study, unless you're going for a trial study, all cancer treatments that are given at MD Anderson, Mayo, Highlands Oncology, and Fava, any of the cancer treatments that are given there that are FDA approved by NCCN guidelines, we deliver at our office.
So,
cool.
Wow, and that's huge. No trouble.
And another thing that you brought up is, can you get the same care? All cancer centers, as far as I know, there's a few that deal with some real trial study type stuff.
Yeah.
Follow the same guidelines.
Yes.
So you should be
There's
able
a protocol.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And we follow those same protocols. So people say, well, can I get better care? No, you're going to should be getting the exact same care, following the same guidelines, whether you walk into a cancer center in New York City, San Antonio, Texas, Los Angeles, California, or Harrison, Arkansas.
They're very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And know what they're talking about.
Sometimes it's skill of the surgeon. Like, if it's a major, procedure that you're going to have, you want, like John said, somebody who's done it 17 times that day, not 17 times that year.
Right.
So, and we realize that we would want the same thing for ourselves or our own family. So we're going to send those to people who do that all day long. But once they do those surgeries or perform those procedures and they say, okay, this is the treatment that we're going to give you. Okay, well, can I have that done at home?
Well,
because my cancer center can do that. Yes, we can. Yeah. And most of the time how that works is you don't lose the physician that referred you back to us. You go see them every 3 months or 6 months so that they continue to follow up on your care surgically or follow up on your care to make sure that, everything's going the way that they think it should. It's hard as a rural oncology practice because we treat all cancers. It's not just breast, it's not just lung, it's not just colon. It's anything and everything that walks into the door. So we see it all, the gamut of things. There are way too many regimens and way too many new treatments that come out for us to stay on top of all of those things. So thank goodness for the guidelines that we follow, because that keeps everybody in line. But it gives the patient opportunity to not feel like they have to go out of town or that they have to, I can't travel, so I'm going to have to stay in Harrison, and I guess the treatment is what I get. No, the treatment is going to be the same.
Top notch, just like anywhere else.
The saying was, where you live shouldn't depend on what kind of quality of care you get.
Right.
And so we want to take that to heart, and so we're trying to provide high quality care in Harrison, Arkansas. And if you just took away the Harrison, Arkansas, it's no matter where you lived. If we were moved to another point on the map, you'd be getting high quality care.
Sure.
Okay.
That's great.
Now, Priscilla, are you where you want to be?
Yes.
Okay, you've stopped your career and this is where you want to stay.
Yes.
You're having the best time ever in oncology.
It, like the start of this show, it is like that literally every day. Like when you walk into our office, I crack myself up because it's not a regular routine doctor's office.
Yeah.
We, starting with our receptionist, Marie and Sarah, they're going to call you most of the time by your name or whatever nickname we've given you. I mean, it's like walking into Cheers most of the time.
Friends. They're friends.
They're laughing. We're asking you, we're asking you about your grandkids and how the ball game went or how your dog did because we know that you were having surgery or whatever it may be. We're going to make sure that you're taken care of, but you're not just our patients. And I put this as big hospitals because, sometimes you're just a number. It is no disrespect to the doctor or the nurses that are taking care of you at those places. It is just how it is when you have that many patients running in and out. You tend to be just a number. And so I'm sure if you asked those providers, would you like to see less patients to make it more personable? They would say yes in a heartbeat because they're not in it for the numbers. That's not why you get into medicine. Right. But I like that part of our office, that aspect of our office.
I think that's comforting to the patient when they come in and feel that. If you feel like you're just cattle being run through.
Right.
And you asked me when we came in, and said, has Harrison changed much?
Yeah.
The thing that hasn't changed is there's still this desire to know that the person that's treating me, the person that's taking care of me, cares about me. I see them at church. We both shop at the same grocery store.
Yeah.
We will run into each other at a restaurant. And I don't want to be with someone where I have, oh my gosh, there's so-and-so. We want that welcoming thing. This is a rewarding field for us.
Yes.
And it's especially rewarding when I see someone that I treated, maybe it was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And they say, you treated me, or you treated my mom. She loved you. That's it just goes, that's what makes it work.
It gives you purpose in life. Yeah,
well, before we run out of time, Kim, what do you want to, if you'll get the mic over there and tell us what you want to say?
Well, just a couple things is, when I first started at the hospital, my office was in Claude Parish. And so, and actually when Dr. Abdullah came over in 2017 is when my office was moved. And so, I got kicked out. But, I will absolutely attest to how wonderful they are and how that the patients do feel when they come in. And I mean, it's a very great environment. Honestly, it really is. And, my father had prostate cancer. And so one of the things for him was so important, like John was talking about, is he didn't want to. I had a handicapped brother. My mom was here. He couldn't go out of town for treatment. And so to know that he could be treated here in town is a wonderful peace of mind to people. So I think that's truly important.
I think we need to keep spreading that out to the community, that you can, all that stuff you can do right here.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the reasons I brought it, because last time you asked that.
I did.
And so, and that's what I wanted John and Priscilla to be able to tell you, we have it here. Yeah. So I got a few things.
You better talk fast.
I know. April 1st, we have, the hospital has state of health care. We're doing, we did that last year. We did it a couple of years ago right after COVID, and then we did it last year. And basically what you do is Sammy kind of talks, and it bring, the community's invited, the council, the quorum, people, business leaders, kind of let people know how the hospital's doing financially, what the things we've got coming up.
I think that's a big question in the community.
Yeah. And so we're having that April 1st, so people are invited to that, and there'll be more information about that. April 19th, our foundation is having a 5K. Follow the foundation Facebook page, and you'll find out what that theme is, and a little bit more details about that.
5K race.
The 5K, okay. Walk run, Well, no, that will probably be like a timed race. So that one is a timed race. And then the last thing is June 7th. We're going to be doing the Baby Fest, our second annual Baby Fest. We did that last year at Signature Bank.
It was a great success, wasn't it?
It was super. So we're going to do that again June 7th. So
you'll remind us as you come back every month.
Yes.
No, there's no more holidays.
No more holidays. Yeah.
I want to thank you guys for coming in today.
Thank you.
And as always, you're just right around the corner if you need help. Give
right
them a
here
call.
in Harrison.
Yep.
And use the service. It's here.
What's the number?
Yeah, what's your number?
Yeah, what's your number?
It's 870, of course, 414-4244. A lot of fours, 414-4244, and we'll be happy to take care of you.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stick with us. And welcome back to Around the Table. We have a very special guest decided to come in. We had to grab her from the back room, and we had to rope her and drag her in here.
She's very humble. She doesn't want to, cause a big commotion. So.
We'd like to introduce everyone to, I've got that.
Don't do it.
Had that in my head. Charita Brashers.
Yes, thank you, Dan.
And she has been here, started out at KHOZ.
Yes.
And then it turned to Ozarks Dynacom.
Right.
And that was how many years ago?
Yeah.
The Ozarks Dynacom was actually in 2020.
Oh, okay.
But the
KHOZ.
Exactly. The KHOZ, KHBZ, the 102.9 and 94.9 split was in 2017.
Oh, okay.
So, but I started 20 years ago. So I've been here for 20 years.
How has that changed?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it changed? I mean, in the beginning, you had to ride a bicycle. Is that right? Or to go see people?
Yeah. Walk uphill both ways in the snow. Yeah,
exactly.
We did that. Yeah, exactly. No, you know what? It's really the same. It's really stayed the same. I was in sales and marketing. So really going out and just talking to clients, talking to people, and what you're trying to do is help them with their business.
Sure.
Help them grow their business, get exposure.
You have a heart for community, and this is a way to serve that.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's really gratifying to see people that have success, and you know that you had at least a little tiny piece of that, that you helped them. That part of it has not changed. I think the music probably has evolved for our listeners.
Yeah.
Evolved a little bit over the years, and it's changed a little bit. But the basic foundations of the station, I think, are really pretty much the same.
Now, what do you do? Do you go out and how much time do you spend with each person? I mean, they're your friends, right?
After 20 years. I mean, I've been talking to some folks for a really long time.
Do you have some that have been with you for a very long time?
Yeah.
Maybe even that 20 years, I wonder.
I would have to look back, but close.
I'd say
very close.
We're talking like she's still going to be here, and she is for one more day.
One more day.
I want to point that out that Charita is retiring.
I am.
And
I am.
But we didn't even know your history because we haven't been with you a couple of years.
Right. Yeah.
What was your decision? You didn't even answer the last question we asked you.
Because I wanted people to know she's retiring. Don't think you're going to be able to call her.
Yeah.
Exactly. What was the last question?
I forgot.
Okay.
What compelled you to want to? What compelled you to want to retire?
Well, just the fact that I've been here for 20 years, and and it's getting. It's time.
Yeah.
My husband's been retired for a while, and we want to spend.
So he's the problem.
Yeah, I wouldn't say problem. Let's not say that.
He started this.
She's fixing to be with him 24/7. Let's not say that.
Yeah, then we can talk about problems.
Yeah.
You come back.
Yeah,
that's a whole other one.
No, but so he's been retired for a while, so we just want to travel more. We have an RV. We like to go camping. So in our RV, so we want to do some more traveling there and visit family and just have more time while we still can, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to wait until you can't do anything.
Right. Yeah, there's this thing called old age when you get older, and things kind of break and stop, and so you want to do all that.
Slow down. I mean, you've earned that. You've earned this retirement.
Yeah.
So hey, go enjoy life while you can.
It's really weird though. I mean, obviously I've never retired before, so I don't know what to expect.
Right.
But it's an odd feeling to know. Because we've worked all our lives, so it's odd to know that that's.
Yeah.
But don't you feel too like the people that you have connections with through this job?
Yeah.
You're going to be. You may grieve that a tad. I don't know,
yes,
but you may
those
some of the relationships you'll miss. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. There's a lot. Even I shouldn't say that, but even the people here. Now
Even the people here.
Even the people here.
We're last on the list, but even us.
That right there, she hit the truth. The truth button.
Even us.
Whoops.
No, really, you spend more time with your coworkers almost than you do with your family.
Yeah.
So you're spending a lot of time with your coworkers. So you develop those relationships, and they're all sort of revolving around work.
Sure.
When you're here, so that all changes, and I really will miss. I will miss people.
You'll have to come by.
I will.
I could see you calling one day and say, "Hey, this event's coming up. You guys didn't handle that. You need to start announcing that."
We'll take any tips from the outside world for us. I mean, for around the table. I'm just saying. But I was going to mention that Charita will be celebrated tomorrow.
Yes.
with her retirement reception, which we mentioned in the first part of the show. But again, that's at Venue 121, and it's from 4 to 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Right.
But come share well wishes with her, and maybe some memories of how you met or how she helped you. You know, I think that would be fun.
And I've decided to do a fundraiser while we're there. I'm going to bring a dunking booth.
Okay. I get to be the donkey.
You get to
They also have a tub in that place. Maybe we could just go.
Okay.
Well,
this is getting rough on my retirement here.
We probably ought to say that you didn't have any part in this. This was something that was done by your friends and your coworkers here.
The retirement, yeah.
It was. It was, and
I
really
appreciate you.
That's so nice that they did that. And I really appreciate it, and I hope people, if you feel like it, I hope people will stop by and just say hi and grab a little.
It's going to be beautiful weather. You should.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the weather's going to.
Or maybe a little rainy, but come on in.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you.
And go out there and go to a state that I've never been before.
Okay. Are there any of those?
Yeah. There's plenty of them. Okay. I've never been to Washington or Oregon or that upper northwest part.
Northwest, yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy yourself.
Our first long trip is going to be Arizona. Well,
Arizona,
for us will be Arizona. So
you're going to have to post all this on social media so we can all follow along with you during your retirement. I bet you're not a poster, though.
I'm not a big poster, no.
Well, you should turn into one.
That may be one of my new hobbies,
The Adventures of Brashida.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Charita.
Thank you. Appreciate
all the best to you.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with more. Stay with us.
Wood stoves have been around for centuries. New technology has made wood burning easier.
TV, channel 26.1.
Welcome back to Around the Table. Let's see. We had a nice little talk with
Miss Brashida.
Charita.
It's Charita.
It's Charita.
It is Charita.
Charita Brashers, and she'll be available if people want to wish her well tomorrow at
Venue 121
Venue
from 4 to 6 p.m. There will be catered food there from Jamie's.
Well, I'm definitely coming if there's food.
Well, there you go. Hey, so you know what? How bad? Okay, how much do eggs cost here? Do you know?
$4, I think.
Like, is that for the organic farm, or is that for the cheap one? The cheapest.
Cheapest egg.
You know, do you remember when you could get them for
50 cents?
50 cents?
Yes, 50 cents. Well, you know, people complain and they're saying that, you know, people on Facebook are saying, okay, President Trump, why are the eggs so expensive now? Well, you know why? Are you going to tell me why?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say it's the bird flu. They had to kill off a bunch of chickens because they were worried they had
But
the
it's
bird flu.
been high for a while.
Yeah, it has been.
So I don't know if the bird flu was an issue then as well.
That's part of it.
I mean, I think so. I don't think we hear about it. You know what I mean? I did when it was in our area. I heard about it.
Well, it was high before the election.
Yes, that's true. So Canadians are now trolling us with ads for $3 cartons of eggs versus $4, $5, $6, whatever you're paying. Still, that's $10 less than you're selling for in some states.
Wow.
And that's if you can even find them now, that so many farms have been hit with the bird flu. Posting Canadian flyers with egg prices has become the new self-torture technique on social media. And if you're wondering, there's so much cheaper up there because farms are smaller and more spread out, so diseases like bird flu don't jump from one farm to the next. So if you're needing your cheaper eggs, I guess you can just trip on up to Canada and go buy your $3 eggs. Now, I bought some. I have chickens. I want to keep chickens because we use eggs enough that I think that that's important. But anyway.
Okay.
There.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, Google Maps is changing the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Oh, is it now?
That blows me away. How that can just happen like that.
Who? I mean, I know the president wanted to do it, but how do you just decide that?
It happened. I mean,
you don't have to vote on this or something?
I don't guess so.
This is not a nationwide vote?
Maybe we should change the name of the town, Harrison, to Boogieville.
Booger Hound.
Anyway, Google says it's going ahead and changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to on Google Maps. It'll soon be called Gulf of America as soon as the U.S. government updates on their official maps.
Oh, it's not there yet.
No, in searches outside the U.S., it'll still say Gulf of Mexico with the Gulf of America in brackets. For what it's worth, Mexico hasn't recognized the name change, and neither has the UN or any other country.
Did we talk about why do you think all this is going on, like to try to get Greenland, you know, and acquire those so that into the United States is for security reasons?
Part of it's security, but I think a lot of it is mineral rights for Greenland because they've got a lot of lithium there, and lithium is
and that could be a moneymaker for Americans.
Oh, absolutely. And I heard, I don't know, this may be a conspiracy, but somebody said the reason they changed the wording of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America was to get around the drilling because they couldn't drill in the Gulf of Mexico, so they just changed the name of it.
That wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Wouldn't surprise me
actually. So you know remember all the whole smear with the drones in New Jersey and all that. Well, I watched a little clip from this yesterday, but the White House now admits that the FAA knew all about those mystery drones that spooked the Northeast last year and even authorized them to fly over New Jersey to conduct research. But yet everything was quiet, so everybody freaked out. Yet no one seems any more relieved by the news. Okay, so if the FAA knew about them, why did they let us freak out? Why do you think they did that? Who knows?
I think power will make you want to...
I think power is struck all over the place.
It's a wicked thing.
Yeah. Anyway, they now I guess people are probably wondering what kind of research were they doing?
Yeah.
And I heard there was a lot of drone enthusiasts that jumped on board and all that too. So there was, an abundance, but it was nothing.
You know, the astronauts that are up in space, they got stuck up there?
Yes.
Well, I hear that, it says here that astronauts stuck in space say that she can't remember how to walk.
That's awful.
I don't know if it's because she's been weightless for so long. Astronaut Sunny Williams has been in space so long she's forgotten how to walk.
Whoa.
She was speaking to students on her high school, to her old high school, and she said that she was trying to remember what it was like to walk. And she also then said she's trying to keep in touch with family because her mom is getting older. She's been stuck in the International Space Station for 7 months after what was supposed to be an 8-day trip. She also said that she was shocked to find out how long the trip had been extended, and she's set to come back in March or April.
All righty then.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, it is Chinese New Year, National Corn Chip Day, and National Puzzle Day.
National Puzzle Day.
Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow, people.
All right. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.